Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of We're Not Experts. And if I sound weird, it's because I'm sick a little bit. I'm coming down from being sick. It's kind of crazy. I know. I'm Noah, and I got over here on my right.
I'm Caleb.
Also on my right.
I'm Big Mike.
And a special guest.
Special guest?
I'm Jonah.
What?
No, wait. Sorry, I got a mix. I'm Noah.
We got another Noah.
He's
on our
got
stream.
jokes.
We're gonna call him Carter, though.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I wonder.
You can probably recognize the distinct voices.
I'll probably
And if
call
you
them
can't-
Carter.
Probably
and Clark,
recognize.
though.
Because one
Let
of
it
us
be known.
isn't sick as a dog, isn't that right?
Oh
If
my
you're a
God.
true fan, you can tell by our voices by now. We don't even need to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, if you were a true fan, you'd know my voice. just
Intro
saying.
time.
Oh, hello there. It's me, Gary, the monster from under your bed, and your new spooky friend through the month of October. You are listening to the We're Not Experts podcast with Noah, Caleb, Jonah, and our special guest through the month of October, Carter. Happy Halloween.
Anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about some scary stories today to start off this Spooktober season.
Can I kick it off with one? This one.
With one
This
story.
ties into the last episode here.
Yeah. Well,
our-
it was it was the second episode.
Oh, to 2 episodes ago.
Are you talking about the cryptids?
This is the Dogman. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a
okay.
cryptid story. It ties into the Dogman podcast we did.
Yeah.
Which one of the 4 of us sitting here have not listened to yet.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Okay, 2 of the 4 of us sitting here are not listening to it yet. But so basically,
Oh man.
near us, there's been a Dogman sighting. Maybe.
Facts. It's fact.
So basically,
Confirmed.
in Riverview.
Where?
In Riverview.
Where?
In Riverview.
Oh, okay. I like the way you say it.
Fort and King. Right? I don't know if that's actually Trenton. It would be coming if you
just
went
said
down.
Riverview.
Yeah, if you went down it. I think it is River.
It's on the part
It's
of
like-
Fort
If you went
Street
down
where
King,
it's like
it would
50 to
become
Yeah,
Trenton.
you go
it's right
50.
before Trenton.
So
Yeah.
basically, if you go down that road, if you know that road at all, because you live around here, there's a railroad track, and some lady. This was about, I would say maybe around 2019,
Oh dang.
maybe 2018.
This is recent.
This lady said that she was driving down Fort, and then she turned down King, and that there were a bunch of cops that had that road blocked off.
Oh
And
dang.
when you looked past the cops, she said she saw a dark creature that was very lanky.
Was she driving at the time?
Was it Noah?
I think so. It could have been
Was
Noah.
she high?
I don't know. She just said that was a very long creature that was dark, and it didn't look human, and it didn't look like an animal either.
Dude, the police are communicating with Dogman. in
They
Riverview?
said,
The community.
then she says police didn't know what it was either. I
Oh.
don't know how that
Yeah, how
goes.
she
Did
asked. She put
contact
her-
the cops? Did she talk to the cops right then? I don't know
bet
what
she
happened.
did. You know what I bet happened? I bet she contacted the cops afterwards, and she was like, "Yo, what's going on there? Like, I saw some weird humanoid figure," and the cops were like, "Dang, she's onto us. She knows about the Dogman." So then they were just like, "Oh no, it's, we don't know what it is."
The
Oh,
word
that's
is
just Jerry. You
Hey,
know?
here's Jerry.
He's a little drunk last night. Nothing to see here.
You're a little drunk.
the word is lengthy, right? Like lengthy.
Yes.
Lengthy?
Because she totally wrote lanky.
Well,
Well,
lanky is a
maybe
word
both
as
words.
well.
Is it?
Lanky is like me,
You're lanky.
like tall and lanky. You know,
Yeah.
And length.
Like
lengthy.
slender.
Lanky.
like so when you're
Lanky
slender,
is a word.
kind of
yeah.
like Slenderman. You know how he's like,
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
lanky?
Yeah.
Lanky just sounded so wrong when I said it.
It's funny because the majority
Love
of humanoid creatures are explained as lanky.
Really.
Like always lanky and skinny.
Because it's
Really?
always a scary.
Oh yeah, because skinny things. Are
Right, which
scary.
is-
Being typecasted.
For real.
Anyway, so I just thought that would be a good little way to throw it in here because we talked about Dogman. That's
Yeah.
kind of, I don't, it's not really a story, but it
Was that
was a sighting.
the story you were talking about, Caleb, with
With the
mine?
quarry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
tell
because
the-
there's a freak accident in the quarry years and years ago where the whole thing exploded because some guy somehow mishandled dynamite and killed himself by
Well,
accident.
the quarry was actually a salt mine.
Yeah,
Way back
It's
exploded.
abandoned.
Such a big explosion. You hear it here. What I think it said like in Taylor all the way to Ohio. Freaking shattered the windows all around the area.
dude.
He blew up an entire shack full of dynamite.
All I'm
Dude,
saying
imagine your
is-
windows just get blown out in the middle of the night because some dude can't handle dynamite properly.
And then that man, as he
Sorry.
was on the ground dying because he was missing all his limbs,
He ate Dogman,
Dogman came up and
let him eat
fed
him,
himself to the man.
and the man became Dogman.
Yeah, so that lady definitely.
haven't watched
seen, oh yeah, it was June 2019. My bad. Yeah,
That's
she
when I was
totally
born.
ate Dogman. What?
My dog man.
My Dogman?
And
Dude,
then
what that
basically
is-
she was just asking because it's on a community thread.
Yeah.
If anyone knew like what it was or if anyone else
Do you
was
tell her it
there.
was Dogman?
And this lady here
You tell her.
says, "That's crazy. I wonder what it was. Maybe it lives in the quarry."
Thank you.
What great observations.
Yeah, right.
Freaking
No, I love how
Colleen.
she sees us like paranormal. She can't explain anything. She's like, I gotta go to the Facebook.
I gotta go.
Like me and my Facebook.
Well, it was a
homies need to
Riverview
communicate.
community Facebook.
Still, that's amazing.
Yeah, Riverview Community Facebook. You know how it is.
Because usually when you see a humanoid, you bury that stuff deep.
Yeah, you don't want to see that stuff again. Okay.
You sure you don't want
Is that all you had about the Dogman?
That's all I had about Dogman.
Okay, because I have a little story about a Dogman relative.
Oh,
That's a werewolf.
I do want
That's a
to go
werewolf.
into this. I
No.
studied paranormal
That's
debunking.
Sam from Twilight.
And,
Oh, yeah.
I will say his story.
Yeah.
So I was looking into it, and it was saying that one of the big things people say paranormal stuff is our own minds making stuff up, right? We
Yeah.
always hear that. You say carbon monoxide poisoning,
Oh, yeah.
freaking we're breathing too much pollution from our freaking Jeeps, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. They say, you know how, like, what's the most common thing people see as a ghost?
Shadows.
Shadows?
Oh, yeah.
And if you see a full ghost, what is it usually always this type of thing?
It's
White sheets.
shadow.
Yes,
What?
Victorian white sheets,
Oh.
and then like young girls, right?
What?
What?
What? No, that's true. Like
Wait.
because of the rain,
What ghosts
Oh,
are
okay,
you?
no,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
like
okay.
Victorian things, people
Okay.
in white shadows, like ghost girls, right?
Back
Yeah.
on track.
Okay,
Yep. Yep.
listen,
Okay.
listen. It's a ghost, all right? It's a ghost.
Yes.
You can't say anything about it. It's a ghost.
Caleb.
They say because we're all hallucinating the same things.
We got to abort mission here,
We're
dude.
hallucinating the same thing because we all find the same thing scary.
I don't think
We
we're
all find
hallucinating
little
the same
girls.
thing.
Little girls
We
are
all
pretty
find
scary.
little girls scary. Okay. No, that's fair. Okay. Was that all you had to say?
I don't know what to say anymore. Now I feel scared.
Okay.
Mister.
More scared of us than the little girls.
I regret inviting you on this podcast. First 10 minutes in, and I'm a bad guy now.
Instantly the podcast villain.
Man, I really love those three guys on the podcast, but who's that Caleb guy? Why'd they invite him on there?
Uh-oh.
He's outed.
Dude, that might be canon soon.
Dude, it's gonna
Oh,
be.
man.
What if that becomes canon?
I don't write intro songs. I don't edit. What do? I don't work.
You're the villain.
I have to be the villain. You're right.
Okay, all right. I have a story about what I can only assume is the Michigan Dogman's relative. Now I heard about this from my friend Matt, right? And I was laying in bed. I was quite sickly. I was laying in bed, had a killer headache, was trying to go to bed when all of a sudden he starts calling me, and I'm like, what the frick? I'm trying to go to bed because I don't feel good, but he called me and I answered it anyway. And he basically said that he drove past somewhere that had a sign that said the legend of I think it was called the legend of the werewolf of Lake St. Clair. I think that's what it was called. It was something like that. I forget the exact conversation, but he saw a sign and he was like, yo, you might want to consider looking into it. I don't know if he had seen the cryptid episode we released by then or not, but he gave me the information, so it would be wrong to not look at it and to take a look. So apparently, right, over on Grosse Point is where this is. But basically, a bunch of years ago, I don't know when because this article doesn't say when, but there was this girl who lived with her father in the woods, basically, and basically she was planning on leaving the town to become a nun, and she had a boyfriend at the time, and her boyfriend didn't like that she was going to leave the town and become a nun. Respectfully, I mean, that's
Yeah.
understandable.
Respect.
I love God more than you.
Yeah, none suck.
We're done. Whoa! All right.
That's so
All right, and
controversial.
I'm the villain here.
So basically, she's planning on leaving to become a nun. Her boyfriend's like, yo, frick you. So basically, apparently he found some witch or whatever,
What?
and basically made a pact that he would trade his soul to the devil in return for his girlfriend to stay home.
Wow.
Dude, what a
Loyal guy.
simp!
The biggest
What a
simp I've ever heard.
Send me to hell so I can keep my nun girl around.
Yeah, so basically what happened
Hell.
so what happened is that her boyfriend's name was Jacques.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Oh,
Jacques.
so this is the old days.
Oh yeah, it's
when we
the
used to
old
be
days.
French, knock on
So
wood. stick.
Jacques was turned into a werewolf so he could take her away and keep her against her will.
Ah.
Yes, and then so during one night he
Jacques.
turned into a werewolf, and for some reason his girlfriend or whatever was in the woods praying at an altar. I don't think nuns do that.
Yeah,
but,
no.
but she was in the woods praying at an altar,
pray.
and
Not there.
according to this, she ran and collapsed at the feet of a statue of the Virgin Mary and passed out. Before the creature could carry out his attack, the Virgin Mary protected her by turning the werewolf into stone. From then, he rested in repose as a motionless rock on the shore of Lake St. Clair. So,
We had to find it.
apparently at Lake St. Clair, there's a statue of a werewolf somewhere by a Virgin Mary statue, which is weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's apparently what happened. And then the article says, you think that would be the end, right? Nope. Apparently sometime later, a werewolf beast attacked and kidnapped a girl at her wedding ceremony, and she was never seen again. Her wedding ceremony was at that lake. In the middle of the ceremony, she was attacked by a werewolf beast and never seen again.
Was the statue just gone? Like,
I don't know.
statue just disappeared, this girl's kidnapped, and then statue returns?
Let me see here. Let me keep going. It might say later on. But basically the would-be groom, his name was Pierre. Pierre,
Oh, these
These
French.
names, dude.
dude, he was not happy about this. My boy went searching for the creature, found him at Lake St. Clair, and then later he returned home and told his friends and family that the werewolf would bother no one anymore as it was swallowed whole by a giant fish. More than likely, he probably killed the man-wolf and, afraid of possible prosecution, made up the tale about the giant fish. I don't think this werewolf was
What
swallowed
happened to
by a
the
giant
girl?
fish. The girl? They never found her.
Whoa.
Like his
She got eaten by a fish.
his
She's in
bride?
the fish.
Oh,
She's in
no.
the fish's belly.
Here's what this says.
Pierre.
The
Jonah
rock,
Pinocchio stuff.
yeah, the rock that was on St. Clair shore mysteriously appeared at the corner of Chalfonte Road at Kirby Road. If you find the rock and study it, they say you can find the footprint of the werewolf of Grosse Point.
Are we going?
I think we need
I want
to.
to
Are we
lick.
going?
I want to lick it so that I can say I've tasted a werewolf.
What the frick?
That's a wild fantasy you have there.
Nah, it's not a fantasy, but it is.
So
It's a desire.
that's
True.
all the information that I have from this specific article. Maybe we could get more if we actually went there, which I think we should.
We should.
But
I will say.
what do you guys think about this?
I enjoyed
Is this
it.
fact or cap right here?
You know what? It's fact.
I think we got to go to Lake Sinclair and find out.
Genius.
Transition.
Yeah.
Transition to us being there.
Hey, I'm,
It kind of sounds like Gaston.
Dude, it does.
Like
does.
a weird, like twisted version of Gaston.
Dude, do you think this is what Beauty and the Beast was based off
He
of?
was both Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
dude, that's crazy.
It almost sounds like such a classic Michigan thing.
No, but what do you two boys think about? You think it's true or you think no?
I don't think it's true, but I want to
No?
go.
Yeah,
Boo.
I agree with that.
No, true.
Boo.
I think it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
I read it, dude. I'm convinced.
Hey man, dap me up. Let's go take some werewolves.
Let's
Yeah.
And listen, I mean, by the time this came out, you guys have already seen those ghost videos with Carter,
Oh yeah.
which means
Anything's possible.
we might be making videos now too.
Dude.
So
So
this could be on the We're Not Experts YouTube channel.
yeah, you should definitely. If you didn't know that was a thing, by the time you're watching this, that's a thing, and there's some videos
Should be a
on there.
thing.
And you'll find out how Carter joined us on the podcast if you go to that channel.
You will.
So I think you should go to the channel and, subscribe, because then you can see us go on a ghost hunt in Grosse Pointe at Lake St. Clair. I think we should go for a day.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. I want to see it.
It's
I-
not far.
I want to.
I want to find a
No,
werewolf.
it's actually someone close. Like all these other
Well,
ones we've
yeah.
been learning about. Well, yeah. I mean, compared to going out to Traverse City and
I mean,
stuff.
it's like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not even bad.
We work
We're
out
go-
there like
Oh,
all the
we're
time.
gonna find the werewolf of Grosse Pointe is basically what I'm hearing. Dude, what if one of us gets carried away and never seen again?
Oh no.
Hey man, I ain't.
There can only be 3.
I think
there
Caleb
can only
wants
be
that.
3.
I'm pretty sure the villain's getting taken out, dude.
Dude, there can only be 3
Who's
on the
the villain?
podcast. We're losing one.
Why would you say that? I don't want to get attacked. I just want to see the wolf. I
Yeah,
don't want him to take me.
No,
That's
I
too
feel
far.
I feel like if we all saw the wolf, if we all grouped together and stood our ground, we could overcome it.
I think if Caleb started flirting with them as he started coming, that wolf would like go away.
I think
Hey,
so too.
big boy, you looking
Yeah.
hairy.
Yeah, I think that if that was Caleb's first reaction to the werewolf,
He would leave.
he would leave because he doesn't want to be a part of.
Jean Fleur, and then
Yeah.
give away.
That's the thing, though. He was French. You got to speak like French. He had a
Maybe
French
only
name.
French people can become werewolves.
Dude, that would explain a lot.
Or explain everything.
What would it explain?
Dog man.
Well, the original French.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
not
Michigan, think about it.
Michigan, yeah, no, I
Michigan
get it.
used
that.
to be
the,
French.
The original
Yeah.
werewolf stories came from French gypsies.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
because French gypsies were crazy, dude.
they're awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
cool
they were
music.
hot.
What?
Just a rumor.
Where are you hearing these rumors, bro? Like, what bar are you
Cite
going to
your
tonight
sources.
where they're like,
Cite
man,
your sources.
Keep
And-
going.
have you seen those French girls? Ooh, baby.
Those French gypsies, man.
Since we're talking about gypsies,
Oh man.
I think this next ad is gonna be in gypsy jazz style.
Man, I was really, really confused where that was going. 2, 3, 4. Hey, my little sweet cheeks. Thank you for listening to the podcast so far. Just want to humbly interrupt your euphoric listening experience to just say go follow our socials on Instagram. Magic Ducks Photos, our parent company. Go over there, see our funny little goose and gas with our photos, little clips here and there, our stories. It's a heck of a time, heck of a doodah, jibba blah. So, and then check out our YouTube channel, same name. We're Not Experts. Beautiful stuff over there. You're not gonna want to miss it. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna want to miss it. So, whenever you find yourself with a little bit of free time, you're just sitting around like, man, what should I do? Well, instead of gorging yourself, you should gorge yourself in our content. So head over to our socials, Magic Touch Photos with a Z, and to the YouTube, same name. We're Not Experts. And enjoy the rest of the podcast, and take your pickle later.
All right. What do you want to do? A skit for real? For real?
Right now?
Yeah, a little
Or
improv
real
session.
life?
I skipped my pants earlier.
All right. No, that's fine. Like, yeah, we'll reenact what happened. Which one are we reenacting?
I'm sorry, we just all just blew over what Carter said. And
What do
I
you say?
don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how.
What do you say?
I
No,
just
it's okay.
get in
So,
my pants.
So who wants to be the cops?
I'll be the
Wait,
cop.
which one are we reenacting?
Would
We
you
should
and your
reenact
dog that
the
one?
Wait,
Florence
Would you
one.
both? Would you
Wait,
both?
let me be the tall, lanky figure that doesn't actually say anything.
Okay,
Okay.
you want to be the cop? You want to be the girl?
I'll be the lady.
Okay, I'll be the cop. What do you want to be?
There's nothing for me to be.
You should also be a cop.
Oh, we'll both be cops.
Yeah.
Be the
he'll
other
be
Facebook moms on the community page.
And now you will be hearing a reenactment of the Dog Man story, where Noah will play the cops, Carter will play the lanky figure, Jonah will play the woman that has seen Dogman, and Caleb will play the other Facebook moms.
Man, I'm so excited to get
Lanky
home.
figure.
It's been such a long day. Oh my gosh!
So lanky.
What's that in the road?
That's me.
What is? Get back in there. What? What? What is that thing? Oh my gosh, why are there so many cops? Hey,
That's me.
excuse me,
I'm in
officer.
the fold.
What is
Yeah.
that out there? Why is this road closed off?
Yeah, that out there is.
That's me.
Yeah, it's a lanky figure.
Do you know what it is?
No, we have no idea what it is, ma'am.
Oh my, I'm gonna
Oh.
have to go Facebook this.
Yeah, you should do that. No photos though. No photos.
Oh,
photos.
yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step back from the line. We actually
How
got.
do I even get home?
I don't know
I
where
need
you
to
live.
cross those railroad tracks.
I'll tell you what.
Don't go
Why
past
don't
those
you? I don't know.
I'm pretty lanky.
I don't know how to help you. Why don't you go home and make your Facebook post?
And scene.
That was so good. That was so good.
I actually cried.
It's me.
Like I actually dropped tears
That's
down my
so good.
face. I couldn't handle it. Just yeah, don't cross them. Yeah, don't cross those tracks.
Don't cross
No,
those
that's
tracks.
me. I'm lanky.
I'm pretty lanky.
Oh, hey. I was just working on my, howl. Oh, that reminds me. The guys are going to be doing a reenactment of the werewolf story. Carter will be playing the werewolf. Noah will be playing the nun. Jonah will be playing the statue of the Virgin Mary. And Caleb will be playing the witch. Ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, it is me, the nun, and
I'm a werewolf.
the girl, and
I'm the same character because I have no creative.
I want to be a nun, so I'm gonna leave you, boyfriend. Goodbye. I'm leaving you forever.
No, babe, don't leave. Please don't leave to become a nun, dude, babe. I really hate nuns. Please, babe.
No, I'm
Please.
leaving. Maybe you can go make a deal with the witch if
I'm
you want me
gonna-
to stay or something.
I'm gonna go make a deal with the witch. Miss Witch. Please, witch, my girlfriend's going to pursue to be a nun, and
That's me. I'm gonna be a nun.
listen, let me trade my soul in order to make her stay.
Trying to make a pact with the devil?
Yeah, that's it.
That's too good. That's too good.
Girl, only mean that much to you? You can't just find another one?
It's not a whole lot of fish in the sea, you know what they say.
Straight, man. All right. Wow. All right. Yeah. Give me your soul, baby.
Here you go.
Yeah, how hairy are you?
Pretty,
You're
Harry.
about to get real hairy, big guy. You're about to get real hairy.
What do you mean by?
It's me, the nun, and I.
You're so good at that.
I'm now praying at the altar in front of the Virgin Mary.
I'm gonna
Virgin.
hold you against your will. I mean,
Oh no, the werewolf! Please don't hurt me.
I will protect you.
Oh, he's
Stoned.
the Virgin Mary turned the werewolf
You
into
were-
stone.
Stone.
Now
I am so stoned right now.
now I'm safe and free to go be a
Foiled.
nun.
By God.
And scene.
That should teach us a lot of lessons.
That was probably one of the best reenactments we've ever done in our lives.
I agree.
Hey there, listeners. We hope you're enjoying Spooktober so far, because we sure are. We've had a great time talking about these spooky stories and recreating them with you guys this week. I just want to let you guys know that you're in for a special treat the rest of October. We've got 3 more Fridays in October where we'll be talking about all types of spooky stuff. We've even got a special Halloween podcast planned for you guys. We've got a special topic for that podcast. I don't want to spoil it for you guys now. I would rather you guys wait with great anticipation. I hope your guys' Halloween month is filled with all sorts of tricks and treats. Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right, so Carter's gonna take us into our next story. Cartman.
Oh,
Yeah, so
You have one?
I have a story that doesn't originate from Reddit, but I found it on there. So
Oh, nice.
we're gonna count that as a Reddit horror story.
Okay.
It's not as scary, but basically, I forgot most of the story, so I'm really winging it here.
You can pull out the story. You didn't save it?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
So basically, there is this like this page where like some lady posted that she had seen this like she had kept seeing this like guy in her dreams. You might have actually heard the story.
The man.
The man, yeah. Do you actually know it?
Yeah, I know the
Okay,
man.
yeah. And and then she like there on the page there was like an image of this man that she saw, and
Spooky.
multiple people then came out after seeing the image and were like just talked about how like they had seen that same figure in their
You're
dreams.
doing such a bad job at making this scary.
Yeah,
No offense.
it's really not a scary story. It's
Want me to
just
hop
weird.
in?
You know, like
Yeah.
Okay,
he
I'll hop
ate-
in. I'll hop in.
Tag
He
it in.
ate 15 men, the man, and murdered
No, wait.
87 children.
Did not happen.
Bone chilling.
Okay, so basically, there's this person, right? She kept having these reoccurring nightmares all the time.
Yeah.
And in these nightmares, there was always this one man that always popped up in the nightmares.
Yeah.
Dude, that must
Okay,
be
I
someone
heard
who,
of that.
what's it called? Guess who?
So she keeps seeing this man in her nightmares. So then she goes and finds an artist, one of those what are they called when they like
sketch artist.
Sketch
Yeah.
artist, yeah.
So, and she described this man to him, and the guy completely makes it. And she's like all freaked out now because she's like, that is exactly what I see in my nightmares every
That's
single
creepy.
night. So she posts a picture of it, and she asked a bunch of people online, like, have you ever seen this man? And tons of people responded to her saying, like, yes, we see that man in our nightmares
I feel like
too.
I'm
We
gonna
see
see
him
the man
all
now."
the time. So it started off where people like actually believe like, oh wow, like these people are seeing the same man in their nightmares. But then after time kept going, obviously people started lying and they're like, I see him every night. And so now it's so watered down where nobody really knows what's true anymore.
Yeah.
But go ahead and look up a picture of the man. Just type in the man nightmare and he'll show up. He's pretty freaky.
I
He's
honestly
creepy.
think we're all gonna see the man tonight.
The craziest part though is
always see a man
that
in
supposedly like this man doesn't actually exist like anywhere. Like I don't remember. I think it was I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
That was good. I'm
Dude,
proud of you.
what-
No,
Welcome
it's
to the
weird.
podcast.
Listen, this is what I'm
Thank you,
talking
thank
about.
you. Thanks
We're
for jumping
all
in there.
mass hallucinating this same thing.
That reminds me of a real life story that you
We're
guys
all
told me
mass
that we'll talk
hallucinating
about
Caleb.
on
He's
Halloween.
not actually here. All right, guys. I'm kind of new at this. I've never done one of these before, but I don't really know what to say.
You need like a new style or something? You want
Yeah,
something
change it up
different?
a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, my audio listeners, you know what? There's only 3 things I love in this world, and that's good boots, Jesus, and this podcast. Speaking of this podcast, why don't you go check out We're Not Experts on Spotify, and you know what? Give it a good rating. 5 stars. Thank you.
It's a short story, but I think it's creepy enough to be worth mention, you know.
Yeah, I like.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read it word for word. It's on a Reddit page. It's on the Reddit/paranormal page.
Ooh. Caleb's
It's
ready
spooky.
to
I like.
debunk it.
Yeah,
The
Caleb's gonna be
scariest
here
story we
debunking
can
it.
tell
Here's
is
the
about
thing.
the day Reddit was created.
He's not wrong. All right. My best friend and I would always talk about crazy dreams we had. Never thought much of it until he told me about one where he got hit by a car and died. We were about 15 to 16 when he told me about the dream. Parentheses, we were into conspiracies, stuff like aliens, paranormal, lucid dreaming, so we'd talk about stuff like that a lot. End parenthesis. And he died right before he would have turned 20. He said, in the dream, he was riding a skateboard, wearing all black, when the car hit him, and could see everyone at his funeral. He even said his crush was at his funeral and laughed about it. He just kept going on about how it was so real, and it really shook me up, until eventually I forgot about it. Then, a few years later, after I'd long forgot about the dream he told me about, it happened for real. His crush was at his funeral, he did get hit by a car and die. He was wearing all black like in the dream, his work clothes, and he was riding my skateboard. It was all true, I still don't know what to make of it. Every single detail I remember from his dream came true, and I'm sure there's parts of it he told me that I don't remember. I felt crazy, I didn't tell anyone about it. I just don't know why or how he saw it happen in his dream, and think, what if he never told me about it? It just left me with so many questions, and I guess now I have proof at least to myself that our souls go on after we die. I don't know if that's proof about that.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Let the guy
I
grieve.
just wish I knew why he experienced that dream and told me about it. Like there had to be some kind of reason. I just think about how I wouldn't believe this story if I hadn't experienced it for myself. Has anyone ever experienced anything similar? He's asking the other Redditors, but I thought that it's a very short story.
crazy.
One
Yeah,
day,
no, it gave me
I
good
dreamt I
chills.
ate a nice big hot dog, and the next day I got a hot dog, and I was like, wow, I dreamt this. That's what those comments are saying.
Probably, yeah. I was gonna say though that this is like
That's spooky.
That's freaky.
he's
I,
got like weird specific details that
Right.
were right. Like he got hit by a car. He said his crush was there. Whatever. That stuff can be like, oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it just happens. He was wearing all black, and he said he was doing that in the dream.
Dude,
What
it's,
else did
I
he
feel
say?
like
He
the
said he
thing
was
that
riding
hurts
a
the worst
skateboard.
is that he
Yeah.
was riding his skateboard.
Yeah, he was riding his friend's
Aw.
skateboard
like,
when it happened.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, now he's gotta buy a new skateboard.
What the frick, Caleb? No, that's not the bad part
Listen,
about it.
That
listen.
does suck, honestly.
I'm gonna say
Hey,
it's
you
dead.
guys.
Okay, first off, we don't know if it's real. But we're gonna treat it like it's real because it's cooler.
I think it's real.
It's such a cool. It's like such a Christopher Nolan like plot too. Where you're
Yeah.
like, wow, what a weird and like
That's so
Step
wacky
twist.
and wild.
it is.
Well,
But just think, like, do you remember any times like you've died in your dream? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, one time, like when I was a kid, I had a dream. It's nothing as cool as that. I just had a dream that I would like seen this like crazy scary movie, and then like months later, I see a preview for like a new movie that had not. There was no like trailers out yet until this one, and
what
it
was
was
it
like
called?
I have no idea. I don't even remember.
Oh.
This was like I was pretty young, probably like
Yeah.
11, 12. And I had like a few months later like an actual trailer for that same exact movie came out. It was so wild. But yeah, it's not really that cool.
I've had deja vu
I hate
things.
that. I've
where
had
you,
plenty
like,
of them.
yeah,
Deja vu
like,
is weird.
small little things, and then it happens and it freaks you out.
Yeah.
Want to hear the recent one I had?
Yeah.
It was really weird to me.
Mhm.
But I had a dream that I was on Fort Street because I was at
Good street.
yeah, I
Oh.
was driving down Fort Street
Mm.
back towards like from Riverview back to Lincoln Park,
Yeah.
and
Where do you live in Lincoln Park?
I was just saying like back to like I was
Oh,
just
my
saying that
bad.
direction.
Yeah.
You know where I live.
That's what I was confused with. We're talking about Lincoln Park for.
But
That's funny.
I was on the road and I was in the when it's 4 lanes, I was in the middle left one, and I was listening to Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
And I remember literally having a discussion with Caleb. In my dream, Caleb and I were talking, and I
Oh,
told
yeah.
him I do not consider Foo Fighters a grunge band. And then I went down this whole thing about how the Foo Fighters aren't grunge.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you, 2 weeks later, all of that happened, and I didn't realize it till we were done with the conversation, and I got the like chills up my whole body, and my like hair was standing up, and I was so uncomfortable because I was legitimately driving home in that exact lane, listening
Yeah.
to Foo Fighters, and told them I don't consider them
I
a
remember that
grunge
because
band.
we were listening to Monkey Wrench.
I was so
Dude.
uncomfortable after that. I was like, dude, I literally had a vision of this exact moment. It was
That is
so
crazy.
weird. Felt so weird.
At one point in my life, I knew how deja vu worked, to like how it tricked your brain into thinking it had happened before, but I don't remember how it works anymore.
No, I believe I'm a prophet. Because I have like nightly deja vu things that will come true, and it terrifies me because now I've gotten to the point where I'm having deja vu, and I purposely do the opposite of what I remember dreaming, and then I feel so gross. And I'm like, man, I'm changing my own fate.
Is that why you have like such good taste in fashion?
What?
Does that have anything to do with that?
Sure, man. Thank you.
Have you had deja vu
Listen.
about any of these podcasts?
No, but I did have one today. Okay.
Oh.
So I had one. So the first one I ever had was when I was young, and I remember I was at my grandma's house, and I dropped a freaking Monopoly piece under her couch, and I had to go under there and grab it where my cousin was talking to me.
Oh yeah.
And the exact same thing happened, right? That's my first case. The most recent one, it would happen yesterday. We were coming home from work in the van, and you and Dad were talking, and then that black truck was coming towards us, and we turned in front of him. Like something so simple that like that one's probably fake, but I could just remember. I'm like, man, I dreamt this like a month ago, and now it happened. I'm like, that's so stupid. And then it like annoys me because I'm like, why can't this give me like cool stuff? Like, why is it always
Why
like
can't I
such
have
simple,
cool
dumb
Why
things?
can't it be the dreams where you're making out with a woman?
Yeah.
Right? Why can't those come true?
Oh my god.
Why is it only
Dude,
stuff
listen.
like that?
Every time Caleb speaks any sentence today, it just adds to his freaking villain character
It
arc.
does.
Watch
Why?
that mic cord.
Oh, I guess
can
because
hear
I'm
it
I
jiggling
think
in
I'm
my
a
ears.
prophet.
No, like legit, like every time he says something, he's like, "I'm a prophet," and then it's just
True.
it's adding to like the fact that he's just a villain now.
And the
Yeah.
fact that it gets no women.
Can't be.
Oh!
Where did you compliment my fashion?
Oh.
Then you call me a loser. What's
Society doesn't like that.
Society says to wait till marriage, but when you do, you're the bad guy.
All I'm saying is there are 4 of us now, and I got a feeling it's gonna be back down to 3 for the end of the year, and I don't know which one's
Well, that's
leaving.
actually funny because when you guys are talking about the dreams where you die,
Yeah.
I had a dream 3 nights in a row.
What?
Exact same scenario.
That one of us died. Don't
It
say
was-
it if you're a prophet.
We're in a city. It was me. I died.
You were
It
where?
was my 21st birthday.
Where were we?
It was the night of my 21st birthday,
You
which
might
is
wanna
scary
not
because I
speak
still have a
this.
year. We were in. I was in a city. I don't know if I was with anyone, which is also why I confused.
You
me,
were
'cause,
in
like,
a city?
I was in a city.
What city?
I don't know, but it was like a city. Like
On your birthday, you want to go on the werewolf hunt?
21st birthday. No, I'm going to stay home all day. I was in a city,
You're still in
and
the city.
it was raining, and all the lights were on. You know, 'cause that's why I knew it was a city.
Caleb,
And I
write
was
this
crossing the street. I am. No, I visibly remember it. I've had this dream 2 years ago is when I first had it,
Oh
for 3
my.
nights in a row. And I was crossing the street and I got hit by a bus. 3 nights in a row, I had the exact same dream. All on my 21st birthday, exact same scene. So now I'm like, man, I
Dude,
really
we're gonna
hope that's
wrap
not
you
true.
in bubble wrap on your birthday, and you're staying.
Well, that's
with us.
what I was thinking. Like, why would that happen? I'm like,
Do
man, I want to go on a
Dude.
pedal car for my 21st birthday.
Dude, but
And now
what
I
if-
won't.
What if imagine his 21st birthday rolls around and we're keeping him off the street, we're keeping him at home, and then something comes up where he needs to go out.
No.
There's a family emergency,
No.
someone's in the hospital,
we
he
want to
needs
let
to
him
go.
leave.
I want to walk the
needs
city.
to go.
I just don't have to go into a big. It was a big city.
It was a big
Like
city.
what I would think would have to be Detroit because that's the only big city by us.
Someone's in the hospital and they're in Detroit.
I won't go. You
We're in
can't
the
have
big
dreams
city
about it.
beforehand, but it's not his birthday yet. It's a few days before, but somehow our car breaks down and we have to stay in the city.
Dude, no, wait, hold on.
And then you
Hear
have
me
no
out.
choice but to be there until your birthday.
You are in danger 3 days before your birthday because you had the dream 3 nights in a row.
Ooh, you can't leave all
Oh,
week.
you're right. It's a week. It's my 21st birthday week. I could die.
3 days before and 3 days after your birthday, you're not safe.
See, I'm glad I shared it with us four because we remember.
So
I
if you
recited
die,
the
we
dream
know.
a bunch so I can always remember it.
riddance.
Which is what I was going to say. For that guy, like, to have such a vivid dream and not to write it down or something is crazy to me. Because the guy legitimately prophesied his own death. Even if you don't believe in that, to have such a vivid dream like that
Yeah.
it scares you so much, you tell your friend, I would think you would write it down or something.
No, it said that they like to talk about conspiracies and stuff, so they probably
Yeah.
just did it.
No, I get you. But still, man, if you have that vivid a dream, I think you would write it down, right?
You would think. I don't know. I might. It just kind of depends. Like, I didn't write down that one, but...
Right.
no.
But the thing with that one is like, it's not. I'm not saying it's ridiculous, but it's
Yeah.
like more like far fetched and like it's such a specific, bizarre scenario of you being killed by like a wild man for whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But his was so very specific
Yeah.
that it was like, man, that's way too specific of a date. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you think like, hey, maybe this is some weird thing?
Dude, Jonah was right. We are going to be down to 3 members soon.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Live it up, everyone. You got a year with
Caleb,
Caleb
when's your
left.
birthday?
June 12th.
Oh man.
Mark your calendars. Expertise.
Text him now. Reach out to him.
That's what we call them now. The expertise.
Like the
Expertise. Expertise.
wise
We're not
words of Mac
experteers.
Miller.
No, we're not experts. They're expertise.
I'm not afraid to die,
We're not
but
experteers.
I'm not ready yet.
You want to make more podcasts, isn't that right?
He
Yeah.
wants at least 12 podcasts up.
Oh, there'll be
Just
12 by your
remember,
birthday.
Caleb. June 12th, 2023.
How is he going to forget? It's his birthday.
Just remember.
Dude, I'm not gonna forget. I had this dream 2 years ago, man. I keep reciting it in my head because I'm like, man, I gotta be careful. You never know.
Careful.
Never.
Sorry, you said it. But
I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing. I'm definitely
Now
gonna
I
forget.
know who I'm not gonna miss when I die.
Oh man.
oh, Chuck.
You better not invite him.
Oh.
I'm making that proclamation right now. He's not coming to the funeral.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I want him to sit at
man.
home and still be like, man, I should have said that about him.
I said he had good fashion.
Then immediately
We're
said,
not-
I
You're
get
gonna
zero
show up
women.
open body or open casket funeral. You're like, man, you look good. All right, we should
Oh
wait.
my
It's too
God.
murder now.
And then now he's digging my body up.
Oh. okay.
That reminds me
Yeah.
to unspook ourselves a little bit because that was a little freaky.
Oh, yeah.
Carter,
Yeah.
you're on the podcast now.
Yeah,
I am.
yes.
Bark.
Oh.
That's
was a howl.
That's a howl.
We'll
It's
do
like
our
a hound
howls
dog.
after.
Bark.
No,
Do
it's
your
one of
bark.
those hound
Bark.
dogs that
Do
like.
your
Bark.
Do your bark.
That is my
Do
bark.
your bark.
You're thinking about it too much.
No, I think that is his bark.
Close your eyes. Take
Well,
a deep
we
breath.
can all have
bark.
our own howls. Yeah. do
Yeah,
it.
that's your bark.
Noah, do your howl.
Oh, how?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jonah.
Guys, I hate
Yeah.
furries so much.
The thing is, we leave that in because I do too.
No, I'm
Give
leaving
me
it out.
some.
I
You
like
did.
you as a person, but I do not like this weird fascination you have with people in cartoonish animal suits. That's weird.
When
and
you
I think we
decide-
should, as human beings, be able to say, hey, man,
I
that's
agree.
a little weird.
And now, a Reddit horror story read by our very own Big Mike.
Basically, it is I think it's a man, and then his partner is a woman. These two people are EMTs. What is EMT? Emergency what?
Medical.
Technician.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think so.
Okay, basically they drive an ambulance. Okay.
Yeah.
And so they get a call. They go. It was nothing. They leave. The car they're in, the ambulance they're in, is supposed to be a haunted one. And people always say that's haunted, but they don't think anything of it. They're like,
You
we're taking the
haunted
car.
Ambulance.
Also, let it be known, it is 3 a.m.
Oh, no.
So they
The
were.
witching hour. I'm telling you right now, when we do like a spooky podcast for Halloween, we're not doing it at 3 a.m.
We're
We
doing
are
it
We
right
are
at
doing it
midnight,
at
3:33.
No, I believe in that one, though.
Let me finish. Sorry about that, Master. Okay. So it's 3 a.m. They're driving. The two of them like are both kind of falling asleep. You know, it's like really late.
Right.
And so,
Fair.
the guy driving, he's just a little tired, but he's still driving. Everything's going good. And so this is from the perspective of the woman, and she says that she hears as clear as day someone go, "Oh my gosh, am I dying?" She hears that exact line in a strong male voice.
Oh.
And so she opens up and she turns to the guy and she's like, "Hey, like I'm trying to sleep. Can you like stop talking?" And he goes, "I didn't say that." And she goes, "What do you mean?" He says, "I didn't say that. That came from behind us." So like the back of the car,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And as he says that, one of the oxygen tanks falls over and starts hissing, like it had a
Yeah.
crack in it.
Yeah.
It was hissing,
Ooh.
So they're freaking out. So they pull the car over, and their thought is someone broke in. Like, someone just broke in. They're, like, hanging out in the car. Well, we weren't in it. They go back. They open it up. There's no one in it, and there's nothing out of place. The
What?
oxygen tank, they had 2 of them in the car. They weren't moved. They were
Oh.
both sitting in the exact same spot.
Oh no.
But they both heard it. Both the people heard it and experienced the exact same thing.
Do we know
But
the
nothing changed.
what was the incident that happened that resulted in the haunting? Like, did a oxygen tank fall over
Onto
in the
somebody,
incident?
and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know." But that would be better.
That's so
They just say
sad.
that everyone that drives that ambulance will say it's haunted because they will have random things like that happen.
That's spooky.
That's
It is
sad
spooky.
though, because now it's making me think of like the guy saying like, "Oh my gosh, am I dying?" Can you imagine being in a freaking ambulance or the hospital and being physically like looking at yourself and be like, "Wow, I'm dying. Like I feel like I am dying right now." And I guess that kind of goes into
Yeah.
say that one of the big thing about ghosts, besides like the whole like summoning and all that stuff, is such a strong emotional impression can be left in this like the spiritual realm. So a guy freaking having that panic of like I'm dying right now could imprint. That's one of the things you say about ghosts. It's imprints.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like our souls are so powerful that certain effects like that cause us to die, that like gets like the residual effect of being like just stuck in that time of this powerful like surge.
Wait, I just realized we didn't even get this out. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Oh yeah,
Do you actually? Genuinely?
100%. Yeah.
Noah.
Yes. I would
I-
say I believe in demons.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I
Yeah.
do not believe in ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts.
But I
believe in
100% believe in
demons.
demons because those are real. And I believe that ghosts,
Yeah, I
a
believe
lot
that
of the
ghosts
time, are definitely
demons.
just demons tricking
Yeah.
us to think like, oh my gosh, a loved one's talking to me, but it's
Yeah.
just a part of Satan's plan to like manipulate people.
See, I believe in both sides of the spectrum.
Do
I
share.
believe
You
if
believe
you
in
have
autism
like a
too?
No, no, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Oh,
I'm bisexual, no. I'm saying that I believe that like certain strong things.
Okay,
we talk
wait,
about...
restart now. Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
assuming
yeah.
Noah cut that out.
I
No,
did.
I was funny.
Okay, I'm leaving
Keep
it
it
in.
in. No, I don't care.
I'm leaving it in
Um,
now.
What was I gonna? Oh, that certain like types of spirits and stuff that are so vivid and like strong, or like when you talk about like malevolent ones and like poltergeists, or like the ones they actually say are just demons, like crazy like strong stuff, or ones that are trying to harm something. I believe those are probably demons, because if it's that unnaturally powerful that it can affect the real world,
Uh-huh.
then it's more than just I died and I just like gathered my energy or whatever. But I do, in a somewhat way, believe in the whole idea of residual effects of like people dying and their souls like in horrific circumstances leaving an imprint in like the spiritual realm of like that specific last moment being like stuck there.
Yeah.
Because it kind of goes into the whole soul thing, because you know, like what, we all die one death and then we go wherever.
Yeah.
So the idea of the spirit realm, which we don't know, but we know there's freaking a constant battle of freaking angels and stuff, that maybe certain things get stuck as like spiritual memories of that soul. And that's whenever people talk about ghosts, it's never like, oh, you're such a nice guy, and you know, died on his bed, you know, what a poor
He
soul.
died on his
It's
bed.
always something dramatically horrific.
That is true.
And that's what the idea of
That's
ghosts
true.
is they can't leave. So I think it's kind of like an impression thing, but also I don't know. And I just try not to look at it too much and just try to avoid it, because it's too, it's one of those things. It's kind of like the
Either way,
idea of like
it's-
in eternity and never ending things. Like
Yeah.
our brains just don't get it all the way. So we're just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, either way, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, you don't really want to mess with it, you know?
Yeah. Because you have no idea what it is.
You don't know what it is. So
It's like going to a
yeah.
nuclear reactor and trying to like change stuff around. It's like you want to do that, you have no idea what you're doing, and I'm not going to go try
Dude,
to
I
mess
would
around
go
with
into-
ghosts.
I would
I don't know
go
what
into
they're
a
gonna do.
nuclear reactor and mess around with it.
I think I am a nuclear reactor.
You are, no
you
doubt.
most certainly are.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. This will be the third and final reenactment done by the guys. where Jonah will play the female passenger, Kayla will play the driver, Noah will play an oxygen tank, and Carter will be playing the mysterious man's voice.
Dude, it is so late. It's 3 a.m. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. Is it okay if you drive and I sleep?
I got it, babe. I can drive this car.
Hey, I don't date coworkers.
Oh, yeah, you will.
I don't, though. I'm gonna go to sleep. No funny business.
No.
Alright, good night.
Driving my car.
Oh my gosh, bro! Am I dying?
I told you I was trying to sleep. Why would you do that?
Chica, that wasn't me.
What do you mean? It was you.
Bang! Hiss! That came from the back!
That's the back of the car.
We gotta pull over.
Alright, I'm gonna open the door. Let's see what's back there. There's nobody back here. I thought for sure someone broke in.
Then everything's
I am in the place I was in originally.
The can is up where it was.
It was up where it originally was. What
happened? I knew this one was haunted.
And scene.
Hey, Clark, did you listen to that new We're Not Experts podcast?
I'll tell you what. I looked it up yesterday on my Spotify. It was the greatest darn tootin' podcast I ever listened to.
Those fellas are just so funny, aren't they? What do you think, Cartman?
I love that podcast so much. I listen to it while I work on my truck every day. And you know what? I went on Spotify and I gave that a 5-star rating on Spotify.
Hey boys, I'm back from my beer run. I got about 600 Busch Lights, and I just want to say, I listened to the We're Not Experts podcast the whole drive there and back.
Oh my goodness.
Man, there ain't nothing I love more than America, beer, and that We're Not Experts podcast.
We were just talking about that We're Not
well,
Experts
darn
podcast.
tootin', that's wild.
I know.
It's pretty
you
wild.
give it a review yet?
Oh, 5 stars.
I also gave it 5 stars.
5 big ones.
We're not experts.
We're not experts.
This next story, I didn't read it all the way. I'm going to be honest. I skimmed it and it looked pretty good. So if it's good, I'll keep it in. If it's not good, I'll take it out.
Man, you guys like overtly sexual for no reason. Like something just so horrifying. Like,
It doesn't.
uh-oh.
It doesn't. I looked at it. It doesn't, as far as I can tell. Okay. Okay. I jolted awake to the sound of pounding on the front door. Groaning, I pulled my phone from under my pillow and looked at the time. 3:12 a.m.
Oh.
Nope. Definitely not answering that. The pounding continued for a minute or two, then silence. Beginning to doze off, I was again shocked awake by the sound of banging, much more aggressive than before.
This is why you own a gun, like a self-defense weapon.
Amen, brother.
What the heck? I whispered to my empty room, slowly making my way over to the bedroom door. I peeked out and glanced warily down the hall to the back door, which was shaking from the barrage of fists. The glass in the door allowed me to see nothing but a dark shadow. Darting back into my room and locking the door, I grabbed my cell phone to text my roommate. "Are you home?" I tapped send and flinched with each reverberating knock. A response came almost immediately. Yes. Incredulously, I stared down at the phone, then hit dial. As soon as I heard the line pick up, I whisper-screamed into my end, "Do you hear that? I'm about to call the police." She chuckled. She actually laughed at me. "Are you frightened?" "Please don't be frightened," she said in a raspy voice,
What?
way higher in pitch than it had ever been.
What?
"What are you talking about, Samara? You're freaking me out more than the psycho pounding on the door." She chuckled again. "Let them in.
Dude,
Let them
Let
inside."
them in.
let them in. Let them in.
And you want a new car!
My blood ran.
That joke did not land.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it didn't.
I'm the villain.
My,
He admits
oh
it.
my gosh. My
It's his
blood
villain
ran
arc.
cold. Whatever I was talking to was obviously no longer Samara. The thing kept repeating that last sentence as I ended the call. The banging had stopped for the moment, and the house was once again silent. I wasn't aware I was holding my breath until my vision started to fade a bit. Before I could even begin to regulate my breathing and heart rate, I heard Samara's voice growl faintly. Do it myself, then. And the banging began on my bedroom door.
That's all?
That's all.
There's no way. Find
guy
that
went
part
to no
2
sleep.
right now, dude.
Did you go to no sleep for that?
What?
Did you go to no sleep for that?
Did I what?
Go to part 2.
What subreddit are you on?
Short, scary stories.
Oh, that one's actually worse.
Find
than no
part
sleep.
2, dude.
Dude, I don't think there was a
Dude,
part
Wait, what happened?
I'm telling you right now, if you look at the short
that's it.
story one, dude, some of those people come up with
That's
genius
not it.
stuff that makes you want to like piss your pants, and then drink it. So then you
That
can
was
piss them
creepy
again.
though, right?
That was horrible.
Find
That
more.
was
That's
good.
not it.
I'm looking for more stories.
Dude,
I can
my
find
guy's
more
having
stories.
like a whole like moment right now. No, I need the happy ending.
Hey guys, I just wanted to check in with you guys real quick. I'm sure some of you are confused right now. You're wondering, who's this fourth guy? Why is there 4 of them now? Why aren't there 3? Why is Caleb a villain? I don't know. They're all questions that I feel like you could get the answers to very easily. We made a YouTube channel just for you guys where we'll be doing some fun stuff. But at this time, we've got some videos on there, and I think you'll see how Noah joined us for this podcast. Check it out.
Now beginning a scary story narrated by Noah Clark. These are their stories.
When I was around 11 years old, I was at home babysitting my younger cousins while my mom went to the grocery store. We lived in a basement apartment. The basement only had 2 apartments that were right across from each other. On the side our apartment was on, there was the laundry room. The laundry room was fairly large, and that's where most people who had bikes would chain them. I was watching television with my younger cousins when I heard a knock on the door. This was super weird to me already because literally no one ever visited us out of nowhere, and my mother had her own key. I was still super short, so I had to get a small chair to stand on so I could look through the peephole. I looked through the peephole, and there was some giant dude I had never seen before. I remember saying, "Hi," and then saying, "Can I help you?" The door was still definitely locked though. This man proceeds to tell me that his bike was stolen from the laundry room. He didn't continue talking though, so I said, I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about what happens later and I'm laughing. Oh.
I
Alright.
imagine the
Let me get back in
Five Nights at Freddy's sound that.
Alright. Okay. He proceeds to repeat himself, but then adds that he knows what his bike smells like. I remember being so freaking confused and could not imagine where he was going with this. I said, "I'm sorry, your bike got stolen?" Then he says that because he knows what his bike smells like, that I have to open the door so he can smell my hands. Smell my freaking hands.
Dude, what?
I
How
got
old did he say he was, by the way?
11. He was 11 at the time.
Oh.
I got
kid.
so freaked out that I almost started crying and kept saying, "I'm sorry, but I didn't steal your bike." He starts getting super aggressive and pounding on the door and saying that he needs to smell my hands so he can make sure that I didn't steal his bike.
See, I used to do the same thing. Sorry to interrupt. I used to do the same thing because I could smell my bike, except I would have to smell their feet because I knew the smell of the pedals.
I was involved in this exact same scam before.
No, I was the scammer. I would
used
go
to-
around smelling girls' feet to find my bike.
That is the greatest one-liner we could have dropped.
Did you ever find your bike?
No, but I got a lot of feet smells.
Oh, that's wacky.
I'm sorry to
You
interrupt.
think I know the smell of my bike, but man, do I know the smell of some girl's feet even more, man.
I then got off the chair and just started screaming, "Mom!" over and over again as if she was home. This is interesting because I speak a different language and would never call my mother Mom. I did this throughout the apartment as if I was going to get her and when I checked afterwards, he was gone. Still one of the creepiest things I've ever encountered. I told my mom when she got home, and she flipped out. Never saw that dude again.
Mamacita, mamacita, mamacita.
I don't like that.
What?
Because people be smelling hands out there.
Oh yeah.
Big guy wanted to spill some hands.
Hey, I
You
don't
want to blame
him.
him?
I wouldn't blame him.
No, I would, because the kid was 11. Caught you.
Oh man. Oh man.
No! No one's the villain!
I've escaped.
I think it's safe to say we're all villains.
I haven't done anything
You're
wrong
the only
yet.
knight in shining armor. Would you rather poop the scoop,
Oh. Or
scoop the poop?
No, it's a good question. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Answer the question,
it was the
Carter.
You go first.
Oh no. Okay. Poop the scoop.
Or
Scoop the poop. Wow, this is.
There is a right answer.
I know my answer. Yeah, there is a right answer, and I know it.
I feel like regardless of what I say, you guys are gonna say I picked the wrong answer.
No,
and
I
then
know it.
I'll pick the opposite.
No.
No, I think we
Caleb,
already...
do you want to say the right answer at the same time?
Yeah.
All right, someone give us a countdown.
Okay, wait. Let me
3?
say mine first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you say yours first.
Scoop the poop or poop the scoop?
We'll just all say our answer at the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Scoop the scoop.
Whoa.
Did you say different?
I
He
thought it was... Did you all say
Wait,
poop the scoop?
It's poop the
Yeah.
scoop.
I thought it was
obviously.
scoop the poop.
No, you don't want to scoop the poop.
No, gross.
You'd rather be the one pooping the scoop.
Thank you guys so much for listening to today's podcast. Hope you enjoyed this one. Give a big round of applause for Cartman.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was awesome.
Thanks for coming, baby.
No problem at all, baby. Can we kiss now?
No, not yet.
All right.
Cartman's gonna be with us for the rest of October, and
Indeed.
he
Yes,
might be
sir.
a little more.
Best
Depends
month
on
of the year.
Tickle fest.
Yeah. What?
What the heck?
Yes, sir.
I do say, though, for us to fully explore his gracious membership, I think we need to ask him some deep, hard-hitting questions
Oh man.
that he
Like
has
an
to
interview?
answer.
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
dreading
yeah.
Oh yeah,
part.
this
Here,
is his
I'll ask
job
first,
interview.
then you go, John, then you go.
Oh man.
All
Okay.
right, Carter, what's your biggest regret?
Oh man. Probably coming on this podcast.
Hey, that was honest. That was straight and honest. I
Interesting.
appreciate the honesty.
Interesting.
I
Carter,
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
What's your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness. Oh man, I feel like these are so deep. I need like time to think about them. I don't have weaknesses. I'm a villain. Thank you.
All right, Carter. Final question.
Yeah,
Which of us is the best?
you baby.
Oh!
I'm
just
happy you
kidding.
didn't pick me.
It looks like Carter's staying for the long run here.
Yeah. I can't believe this. He passed with flying
He's
colors.
just bad.
When he said that his biggest regret was coming on this podcast, I think we all related. So I think you're just telling us we wanted to hear, man, and I
You know what I
appreciate it.
think, actually? When it was just the three of us, there was no villain. But Carter came, and then suddenly there's a villain, and I like
Suddenly
that.
we're all
There-
villains.
Suddenly
No, I
we're the
like that.
dynamic. You're
We're
right.
the dynamic
One of
that he
us
brings.
has to be the bad guy every
Yeah.
podcast.
There
or it
was
just feels
a-
wrong.
Yeah.
There was a ton of chaotic energy in this podcast that
There
was
was.
not here in the last three.
There was. That's what made it better.
You're welcome.
Hopefully.
We got sidetracked from the outro, but we're glad you guys watched to the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks
yeah,
for listening.
the support is appreciated. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
At the time we're recording this, we've got like 2
We-
episodes out, and we have way more support than we thought we would.
this is like the dumbest thing to possibly do, and you guys like it, so that's cool.
That's really cool. I've heard lots of good feedback from people, so it's really cool. But we hope you guys enjoyed the spooky stories and stuff. Some of them might not have been spooky, but
No,
we
it's
just
about the goose.
It's about the
gas.
goofs and the gaffs and
Any
our
story,
reenactments.
We're not trying to scare you guys. I'm pretty sure half of you are 13 years old.
If we wanted to scare you guys, we would do it on the Halloween podcast,
Spooky.
which we will.
if you think about it, every story is scary. Did you know how everybody's story ends?
Yeah,
We all die.
yeah, that's true.
So no matter what,
You're speaking truth right now.
we
It's
all
truth
die.
that they
in the
needed
end.
to hear.
So every spooky story is spooky.
Okay, well, on that note, I forget what I was going to say now because you went on that long ramble.
Outro time.
No, there was something else I wanted to say. at the end. I
Oh.
forget what it was.
How much we appreciate them.
I already said that.
Thanks for liking our posts and stories.
Oh, make sure you guys rate the podcast on Spotify, because if you rate it, it'll help other people on Spotify randomly see it.
We're trying to take this thing worldwide.
We're trying to go worldwide.
We want to be famous and become millionaires. That's the honest truth. It's not about the love of the podcast. It's not about the content. It's
It's not
the
even
money.
about you guys.
I'm glad you say that, because actually the only reason I came on this podcast was that hopefully I could get a small or even a big portion of the money that comes out of
Hopefully
this.
I
You know
can
the
get
you know the Ray
10%,
Kroc
even
story with
90%.
McDonald's?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
yep.
you're the McDonald's brothers in this
Yeah.
situation.
I am strictly here for 10% of the profit.
Number 2, make sure you guys follow us on Spotify so you can see whenever we release a podcast. So I don't have to keep posting on my freaking story that the podcast is up.
Yeah, just follow us, and then
Just
you get
follow
there's
us.
Don't follow me.
Oh, I'm about to sound like a classic YouTuber.
Yeah,
There's a bell on Spotify.
yeah.
Hit the bell, lets you know when we upload. We upload every Friday.
Every Friday.
It's
And,
midnight. We're talking about midnight on Friday. Like, if you can't remember midnight Friday,
What even are you at that point?
yeah, I mean, you're all staying up that late anyway to listen to the new music that drops.
That's what I'm saying. Also, 3rd,
Midnight on Thursday.
that's true.
But that's
well,
Friday
Then
night.
it's Friday.
morning.
Yeah, but Friday. Yeah, I'm just saying, like.
It's a double
3rd.
negative.
Go on Instagram, follow at Magic Touch Photos with a Z on the end, not an S, because that's our Instagram account and that's where we post things. And you should follow it because we do funny and stupid stuff on there. And there's also a link tree which can take you to our podcast, and also it can take you to our newly made YouTube channel, which is called We're Not Experts as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and we have a couple videos planned for you guys,
We already have some out.
Good ones.
and we got a real good one coming up soon.
Oh yes,
It involves corn and
it's corn.
nature and spooky.
Couple of big lumps with nuts.
Yeah,
Has the juice.
it has the juice.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We love you.
Love
Outro
Don't
time.
love you.
Bye.
And then you can have my bass
You
drop
guys
right
didn't
there.
join right there. You're supposed to join in the
Bye.
This is the end of the We're Not Experts podcast. I hope you guys enjoy yourself, and we'll see you again next week. I will be seeing you guys tonight since I do live under your bed, and you guys won't be seeing me because that's how this whole monster thing works. Make sure you come hang out with us again next Friday on the We're Not Experts podcast. Bye-bye.